Hey, Sharice. How are you? How you doing this afternoon? Hey, Dior. Good afternoon. How y'all doing this afternoon? Y'all doing all right? Good afternoon. Make sure y'all hit that thumbs up, share, comment, all that good stuff. Hey, Sarah. Hey, Miss Marilyn. Good afternoon. How are you all doing? Miss Marilyn, thank you. I forgot to give. I gotta tell Takia you. Thank you, Miss Marilyn. Thank you. Thank you, Miss Marilyn. Thank you. Hey, Katina. How are you? Yep. Thank you, Miss Marilyn. I'll definitely pass it on. I didn't tell her yet, but I will. I'll give it to her. I'll give it to her later. I will send it to her later. You sleepy, Katina? Get you some rest. I am too, but hey, I did take a nap and then my phone started ringing off the hook. I forgot to turn my phone down. It started ringing off the hook, y'all. I was like, I forgot to turn it off. I'm right here at the workshop. I had to stop. I had to make a quick stop. I went to the post office. I got my cards. I'll wait till everybody come on. Uh, Welcome back to Autism Everyday channel. Welcome, 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 welcome. If you are new, welcome in to Autism Everyday, where everything is autism. All things autism, right? That's what we do over here. Yes. If y'all know somebody to share it with, share it. Share the live with them, share it with them, right? Don't be stingy. Hit that subscribe button. If you are not a subscriber, hit the thumbs up, right? Thumbs up. You could even hit the thumbs down. We're gonna go around. It's a train on the track. Hey, if you could hit the thumbs down if you don't like it, if you don't like what's going on over here, right? Yeah. DSL ordered some stuff from Walmart. I'm gonna eat a shrimp alfredo for dinner. Oh, that sounds good. That sounds yummy. Sounds yummy. Hey, Miss Brenda, how are you? How you doing this afternoon? That's my first meal for today. Well, as long as you eat, Dior, as long as you're eating, honey. We're going to chit-chat until everybody get on. We're going to chit-chat until everyone comes on. But if you are new to Autism Everyday, make sure you hit the subscribe button. If you have questions, comments, ideas, or opinions, feel free to voice them. We are an open platform over here. And if it's about autism, we about it, right? That's what we are about. And we want interaction. We want ideas, comments, and all that kind of stuff. Hey, Susan, how are you? Yeah, she got to eat something. Hey, oh, that's Pat Pat. Hey, Pat Pat, how are you? That is Pat Pat. Yeah, yeah, get you something to eat, Can't starve yourself because of a situation. So get you something to eat, fill your belly, and you'll be happy. Hey, Toya, how are you? So today we're going to talk about um, public views, right? We're going to talk about public views We're going to talk about public views, how our kids act in public, how they interact with people in public, how people look at them in public, how they want to try to treat our babies in public. So we're going to talk about it, okay? We're going to talk about it. Sarah said they added fried chicken and potatoes tonight along with the rotel chicken pasta. Okay. All right. Sounds like a good meal to me. I'm not cooking anything. I'll have dinner already from yesterday. We have dinner from yesterday. Dior said, okay, public views topic. Yeah. Y'all know and why some parents choose to isolate their kids from the public, that kind of stuff. All things public, right? All things public. I forgot. I almost forgot. They working right there. I almost forgot, y'all, that I got to turn in right here. Almost forgot. You too, Toy. You have a blessed night at work as well. You too. How's everybody doing today? Let's get our little chit chat out the way so we can get into it. If you all have some comments about the topic, make sure you drop it in the comment section. Drop it in the comment section. If you, whatever you have to say, right, about this autism subject, feel free to do so, right? Feel free to do so. Dior says some kids don't understand autism, so they might be mean. That's why some parents keep them away. That's true, Dior. That is very true, Dior. Very true. Very true. Sharice said, good afternoon, beautiful. Who you talking to, Sharice?
Look, I'm finna tell you to hop in the park so you don't be caught.
I
because
can't.
She's gonna be forever and we'll walk them over.
Oh, yeah.
So you don't get stuck in.
Thank you. We don't want to be stuck behind nobody. No, we don't. We don't want to be stuck behind nobody. So, yeah. All right. They be so loud. They be hyper, honey. These folks be hyper. Y'all know they be hyper. That's true, Dior. A lot of parents do that, right? Because they don't want their kids to be exposed to the meanness. But we still have to let our kids be outside of the house, right? We cannot keep our kids isolated. Isolation is not good for anyone. Isolation is not good for anyone, right? Not even for your so-called normal people. Isolation is not good. It's not good to be isolated. And we want our kids to be exposed to everything the same way other kids are, right? Even though our kids are different, we still want them to be exposed to the world, right? We do. We don't want our kids to stay isolated and not know nothing about the outside world. We don't want that. At least I don't want that for Demarcus. You had a good day, Demarcus? So y'all come on, talk about it. Sharice said, good afternoon, beautiful Susan. Demarcus said he had a good day, y'all, so we're going to let him tell y'all for himself. But yeah, isolation is not good. I was waiting for Linda C. and Tanya to come on. I received a few cards in the mail, and I want to thank them. Susan said, yes, we want our children to experience just about everything. Exactly, Susan. Sharice said, in my opinion, I feel like you should at least allow your child to interact so you can see how they will do. You never know. They're right. You never know until you try. If you don't ever expose your children to anything, how would you know how they're going to react? Linda C., thank you for my card. Thank you for my card, Linda C. Thank you. You don't mind if I read it, do you, Linda C? You don't mind if I read it? I just want to get this out the way.
You can get out.
Huh?
You can get out.
Yeah, I can get
Okay,
out. Thank you. Thank you. I got in. I can get out. Yeah. So I got a card from Linda C. No, okay. It says, with prayers and sympathy, the Lord is my shepherd. Even when I walk through the darkest valley, I will not be afraid, for you are close beside me. That is Psalms 23, 1 and 4. And it also says, in your time of sorrow, may God's presence bring peace and comfort as he gives strength for today and hope for tomorrow. Love you, sis, Linda C. and Andre. Thank you, Linda C. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So that one was from Linda C. And then we have one from Tanya. I won't read hers until she come on, when Tanya come on, and then I'll read the other one. But I just wanted to get that out the way. Thank you so much. Dior said, yes, we do, but some people bully and take advantage of them because of their disability. That's true as well, Dior. But that's where we step in, baby. We're not going to allow people to abuse our children because of their difference. That we're not going to do, right? We're not going to do that. You want to fight? We can fight. Sarah said, yes, we take Lori skating and to the zoo and to church and on swamp tours. Hold on. I'm going to switch y'all around. On swamp tours, and she hangs out with friends at church, bowling. We try to do different things that interest her. Exactly, Sarah, exactly. Our kids need to be exposed to as much as possible, right? And them, by them being exposed to as much as possible, it's going to help them to grow. If they're isolated, their growth is going to be stunted. Then how are they going to grow if they don't know nothing but what's inside the four walls of your home, right? How? And if you take them out to the park, are you allowing them to interact with other kids if they want to, right? You know, you explain to the kids, take the time to explain to other kids, okay, my child's different, right? He may not interact the way that you think he should interact. Explain to kids, understand more than we think they do, right? They do. And if you letting kids know and parents know that your child is different, you never know how they will be accepting of that. If you never open your mouth, if you never expose them to it, then how are you going to know, right? Trying ain't going to hurt nothing. Trying's not going to hurt anything. Sarah says she loves the swamp tour, seeing the gators and learning about them. Yeah, Demarcus all up in Florida, touching on the gators and stuff, right? Or whatever it was, alligator or whichever one it was. You got to let them. Yeah, you got to let them be themselves. Exactly, Dior. Yes, growth is very important. It is. And if I'm isolating my child, then what am I exposing him to other than us? Nothing. I'm not exposing them to anything if they are always in the house. If they're not around people, if they're around the same people every day, how is that going to help them to grow? Like how? They have to experience the good, the bad, and the ugly as well, even though they're different, right? They have to know that everybody is not nice, that everybody is not accepting of their difference. They need to know this, that everybody is not going to be accepting, even kids, right? Kids can be very cruel, and our babies need to know that the world is not the same. It's not all the same. That everybody in it is not the same. Everybody in the world is not nice. Everybody in the world ain't gonna treat you good, right? There are mean people in this world, and children too. Hold on, let me see what y'all saying. Yep. Linda C said, I encouraged my son to join the Boy Scout, and they took him to an overnight adventure. Yes, Linda C. Right? Yes. Susan said, that's why if I'm taking Stefan somewhere, I always let them know he's autistic, but he can participate in whatever is going on. Exactly, Susan. Different don't mean less. Some of these kids can play sports better than the ones who've been playing it all their life, and ain't nothing wrong with them. Right? Dior said, I seen scream, clap, and stem, but I know that's just what they do to express themselves. Exactly, Dior. Exactly. Exactly. Right? And if kids are looking at your child, side out or whatever, go talk to the kid. Right? Tell them, look, my son is different. My daughter is different. They may not act like you act, but that don't mean they're less than of a person, right? They just different. Linda C said, I was very worried about him going. I know, Linda C, because that's what we do, right? The parents like us, we gonna worry about our kids. Miss Marilyn said autism children are very smart. Very, very smart, Miss Marilyn. Very smart. Good afternoon, Benjamin. Good afternoon. How are you? Welcome to Autism Everyday channel. Miss Brenda say, hope you had a good day at work. So I'm about to flip y'all around. Susan said, yes, indeed, Stefan can swim out this world. Right, exactly, Susan. This is Demarcus. For anyone that's new, this is Demarcus. Demarcus is my son. He is a 47-year-old autistic adult living life every day with autism. If you have any questions, comments, or whatever, feel free to ask. I just ask, be respectful, right? Be respectful with your comments. We're not trying to entertain any foolishness over here. So be very respectful of your comments and your questions. Be very respectful. Thank you. Susan said, yes, indeed, Miss Marilyn. Yes. Yeah. Miss Marilyn said, hey, Demarcus, how was your day?
Oh, yeah, you're fine. I have day also. So,
You want to try it again?
I have a good day also. So,
Good job. That's it, buddy. That's it. Use your voice. Use your voice. Use your voice, baby. Use your voice. Use your voice. They say, hey, Demarcus, I forgot to speak. Oh, yeah. We were too busy running our mouth, right? I didn't even flip the camera around. Too busy running our mouth. Linda C said he now travels anywhere he wants. And I still worry because I know how cruel people can be. Exactly, Linda C. They can be very cruel. This world is very cruel, especially to people that they think that they can take advantage of. Take your kids to the park. Allow them to interact with other kids. Take them, where other people their ages are. Like, take them to those places. Ain't no way. I don't care if Demarcus 47. Baby, he gonna go everywhere he can go. He's gonna experience everything that he can experience in this life. Demarcus like to have fun. He like to have him a drink, baby, and he like to dance. Right? He like to dance, and if you ask him to dance, he gonna dance with you. He will not turn you down. Right? He won't. Hey, Melly, how are ya? Hey, Denise, how are ya? Baby, take Demarcus to a party. He gonna dance the whole night. Ain't gonna even want to sit down. He ain't gonna even want to sit down, y'all. That's how much he enjoy that type of interaction. Right? He does. Hey. Melly say good and everyone. We doing okay, Melly. We doing okay. We are doing okay. I read Linda C. Sent me a card, and Tanya sent me a card as well. I was waiting to see if Tanya was going to come on, and I'm going to read her card as well. Dior said some autistic folks hit others too, but you can teach them not to do that. Right. You can. Right. Some of our power babies and adults are very aggressive towards people that they don't know. Right. But that's why it's important to let people know that my baby is autistic now, because if they happen to hit you or something, you want to knock them out, I'm stepping in at that point. Right? I'm gonna step in at that point, and ain't no telling what's gonna go down. Right? Ain't no telling what's gonna go down. But you're not gonna put your hands on my child, even though he may hit you. But he ain't doing it because he being mean and cruel. He's doing it because he may be overwhelmed, or she may be overwhelmed. It's nothing done to harm anyone or anything like that. But you got to let people know. I think it's so important to, because people stare, right? Y'all know people will stare, right? If your child's doing something that other kids aren't doing, y'all know people gonna sit there and stare. And I be like, oh, he's autistic, would you like to know anything about autism? That's how I do it. Back in the day, I would cuss you out. Like, you look at my child crooked, sideways, upside down, inside out, I would curse you out. I would curse you out and be ready to knock you out. But I had to learn that people didn't know, they didn't understand, they had no idea what was going on with your child. This is why education is so important, for us to educate each other as well as other people, right? So that they will know when they see a child doing something different, out of the ordinary, to them something unusual, then right? Because somebody told you something about autism, right? Somebody told you something, so you know that they're not doing it just to be doing it. It's a part of the autism, right? uh Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna see what y'all saying. Denise said, hey, Demarcus. uh Hold on. uh Dior said, the lady named Queen, uh, let her daughter slap her in the face public, and she sit there and cry. See, that kind of stuff right there, you have to discipline your child. Like, our children have to be disciplined as well. Like, we just can't let them get away with everything, because if we do, that means they in control. They're in control. They gonna be in control and out of control. Simple as that. They're going to be in control, and they're also going to be out of control, right? You're not going to slap me in my face. No, you're not. You're not going to slap me in my face, because I might knock the hell out of you. You know? Not to hurt you, but to let you know that this is not acceptable, right? First, I'm going to talk to you, right? I'm going to talk to you and tell you that's not what we do. That's not nice. To put your hands on nobody is not what we're going to do. And then you want to put your hands on me, oh no, we're going to have a problem. Right? I ain't going to do it in public, but behind closed doors, we gonna work it out. We're going to work it out. Somehow we're going to work this out, because you cannot allow these kids to beat on you, because they will become accustomed to it, and they feel like they can do whatever they want to. They know they can slap you, and you ain't going to do nothing about it. Right? You ain't gonna do nothing about it. You ain't gonna try to stop them. You ain't gonna hit them back. You ain't gonna do nothing. So they in control at that point. Your child in control. Dior said, they most definitely will stare like, what's wrong? Yeah, they do. They stare. Sarah always tell Lori to be a leader, not a follower. She always wants to do what others do. I tell her, you don't have to do what others do. Right, Sarah? Be your own individual self. Susan said, now if you let them know and they get rude, it's time to say a few words. Let them know rudeness is not tolerated. Exactly, Susan. Dior says she won't do nothing because she says she autistic. Now you're making excuses for your child, right? That comment right there, Dior, that's people making excuses for their kids to do the things that they do, right? You a grown person. You are the parent. You know what's acceptable and what's not. Don't make the excuses. Autism, yes, they're autistic, but that does not mean that they're supposed to just treat people any kind of way, or hit on them, or kick them, or whatever they're doing. It's not right. No, and you got to teach them that it's not right. If you don't teach them, yeah, they're gonna do it, right? That's where educating come in. We got to educate our kids as well as to what's right and what's wrong. Our kids are not stupid or dumb or any of those things. They are very smart, and they understand way more than a lot of parents give their kids credit for. Like, come on now. Our kids know what they be doing most of the time. They know. Linda C say, I carried a belt and just showed it to him, he used to stop right away. Exactly, Linda. See, Susan said, yes, they can be disciplined. They have to be. Hey, Angie, how are you? Dior's, I guess she liked to be embarrassed in public, getting popped in the store. I guess so. If that's what she allow, right? If this is what parents allow, this is what the kids gonna do, right? And they'll go around, and if they feel like they can do it to you, they feel like they can do it to anybody, right? And they may end up getting hurt in a situation because look, these people out here ain't the parent. They don't give a damn, right? Your adult child walk up and slap the hell out of somebody, they probably gonna get the hell knocked out of them back, right? They may even get hurt in the situation. So you gotta teach your babies and your adults that you can't just go around hitting on people. That is not acceptable, because somebody will hurt you. Someone will hurt you bad, right? Will hurt you bad. Will hurt your child really bad. Thank you for sharing, Angie. Uh, Miss Brenda say it might be if they out with other children, they can learn from each other. That's true, Miss Brenda. They can. They can. They learn the good and the bad, right? They will learn the good and the bad and the ugly. But that's okay, because even if they learn things that are not good, you can let them know. You can talk to them and let them know that, don't pick up bad habits from others, that this is bad, that this is not good. This is a bad habit that child got. So we don't want you acting like that. We don't want you being like that. So you gotta talk. Words are, kids understand what you're talking about. They understand. Believe me, they understand. I know Demarcus understand pretty much everything, right? He understand pretty much everything. Ain't too much of nothing that he don't understand, right? So I know he know right from wrong, because if he do something wrong, he gonna come back and tell you he's sorry. So I know he knows right from wrong. This I know, from the things that he's done, and he come back and say he's sorry. So they understand right from wrong. They do. They do. Yeah, they understand. Hold on a minute. Susan said, if you don't discipline as a younger person, they will run over you. They will run over you. Yeah, they will run over you. Hold on a minute, y'all. I'm going to park, and that way I can read y'all comments, because I got a car behind me, and I was moving kind of slow, and they were riding behind me. Hold on a second. They driving like they all over the place, baby. All over the place. Hold on, y'all. Goofy people. Weird people run over you as they get older, and it's going to be harder on you, more stressful. Exactly, Susan. Exactly. Sarah say, I tell Lori the rules before we go in the store, and if she don't follow through, we do exactly what I said we gonna do. Exactly, Sarah. Exactly. Sarah said, yes. Lori does that too. When she does something wrong, she cry and say, I'm sorry. I explained to her, I'm not doing it to be mean. I'm doing it because I love you and I want you to learn from your mistakes. Exactly, Sarah. Exactly. 100%. Yes. Yes, indeed. Yeah. Yeah. Children can learn from other children, right? They can. And that interaction is very, very important, y'all. It's very important that kids interact. He interacts with other adults every day. Like, he's not isolated. He interacts with people his age every single day that he goes to that workshop. And when we are out and about, if we're at a event or a party or anything like that, Demarcus interacts, and people interact with him. Like, people are drawn to Demarcus. Like, they're drawn to him, right? They are definitely drawn to him. Dior said all she have to do is pop her hands and say no hitting. We use our words. Exactly. Yeah. And discipline is different for each child. It's different. You know, you got to discipline your child how you see fit, what you think's going to work for them. That don't mean you got to beat your child, right? I'm not talking about beating your child, right? I'm not talking about beating your child. You got a lot of these parents out here are beating the hell out their kids because they're autistic and they don't understand. And the parents have no patience for your child. You have no patience for your child to hit on me, and you think I'm gonna sit there and not do nothing about it, right? First, I'm gonna explain to you what you're doing wrong, and pray to God you understand at that point, right? Now, if I see you trying to hurt me, right, for real hurt me, then we're gonna have a problem, y'all. We're gonna have a problem because I'm not gonna allow, but with the help of God, I'm not gonna allow my child to hurt me, and I'm not gonna hurt them, right? But it's how you start out with your children. If you allow them to do discipline older, right? And they go do it in public, in public, right? Doing that kind of stuff in public is not safe for nobody. It is not safe. Your child is in danger if they're out there doing these types of things in public that are not acceptable, right? You got kids that try to get naked in public, right? You got kids that try to touch on others. You got to teach them that this stuff is not what you're gonna do. You're gonna get us hurt, right? Or we gonna have to hurt somebody. Hey Richard, how are you? Cherie said keep their kids isolated. Just explain to your child is autistic and allow them the interaction. Same thing for the adult in social settings. Exactly, Cherise, exactly. Miss Brenda said, but what if she clapped someone else and the reflex came back? That's what I'm talking about, Miss Brenda. That's what I'm talking about. You mess around and slap somebody else that you don't know that's out there in public, and then all of a sudden they gonna knock the hell out your child. Hey, that's why it's important to teach your child to keep their hands to themselves, right? Keep their hands to themselves. Don't go touching on nothing of all of that. And they won't care if you autistic or whatever disorder you have. They not gonna care because they see is something that's not good, and they might react just like it may be too late for you to step in to do anything, right? But try to keep them from hurting each other. But if you don't teach them, how would they know? If you don't teach your kids, how would they know that this is wrong, right? You got to teach them that the things that they do that's not acceptable is wrong. You got to teach them. You got to teach them. Hey, Augusta, how are you? Dior said everybody keep telling her that, but she don't listen. She only got that mindset that she autistic, so she can't be disciplined. Well, she gonna keep, right? The older she get, the more she gonna get beat, right? Right? To stop it. She's not trying to, because her child is autistic. Come on, the right things. They can be taught. But you got to be patient. You have to be consistent. And you got to show up. You got to show up, right? You can't sit these kids in no corner and think that they going to learn anything. They not going to learn nothing. You sit them in the corner, ain't no telling what kind of bag they might come out one day, right? Looking at these videos and watching TV and all this stuff. Honey, our kids learn anger from watching others as well, right? Anger is a natural instinct, but I think it's provoked by other things, right? I think by other things. Let me take it off the Wi-Fi. Hold on, y'all. Let me take it off the Wi-Fi. Hold on 1 second. Oh, come on now. Let me take it off the Wi-Fi. Oh, Lord. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to take it off the Wi-Fi. Cherie said, also allow your child when they do something wrong, there is a consequence for their action, and then maybe they will stop that behavior. Teach them to be self-sufficient and responsible. Exactly. Right. And if they do something like that's where discipline come in, right? You may take something away from them. You may not allow them to do something that they really like. You got to do something to show them that you are serious, that it's not a joke, that you're not playing with them, right? Because if you don't, like I said, they're going to keep doing the same thing over and over again. Welcome to Autism Everyday. For anyone that is new, all things autism over here on Autism Everyday channel. This is Demarcus over here taking him a little nap. He is 47 years old and he is autistic. Make sure as you're coming in, you hit the subscribe button if you are new. And if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back, welcome back. Subscribe. I want to say family member because we are family over here. We are family. Subscriber is just a little too much for me, right? But we are family. So if you decide that you want to become a part of Autism Everyday family, hit the subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button. It would be greatly appreciated. Yeah, we have to allow our kids, to do things and to be a part of things and not isolate them in their own world, right? There's a much bigger world out here, and our kids should be exposed to all of that, right? Bad things going to happen. Sometimes they do happen, right? Bad things do happen, right? And when something bad happens, you get on it. You be on it and you be about it, right? Don't let it slide. Don't sweep it under the rug. Don't do none of that. A lot of people are embarrassed, A lot of people are embarrassed of their kids. That's why they don't take them out in public, right? They are embarrassed, y'all. It ain't that they in denial or none of that. They are just straight out, flat out embarrassed. They embarrassed, y'all, right? They embarrassed because their kids are different. And I think that is such a sad thing because your child is going to suffer greatly because of your embarrassment, right? I'm going to take Demarcus everywhere I go, and if he ain't welcome, I ain't welcome, right? If my child ain't welcome, then I'm not welcome. Don't invite me because I'm going to bring my child with me. And if you don't want him there, then you don't want me there because we are package deal, baby. We are a package deal. That's what we are. And I have been a few places where people look down their nose at Demarcus, and you know what I do in those situations? I be like, thank you for your hospitality, but no thank you, and leave. That's what I do, right? That's what I do, leave. I get up and leave because your energy off, your vibe off, you looking down your nose at my child. Oh, no, 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 no. No, no, no. We're not doing that. We're not going to do that. Thank you for your hospitality, but bye, baby. Bye. Bye. I don't need that kind of energy. My son don't need that kind of energy. If you ain't accepting of my son, then you sure as hell ain't accepting of me. Because where I go, he goes. And if you don't want him there, don't invite me. Don't invite me because I'm bringing him with me. Don't invite me. Just don't do it. And a lot of times people invite you to things and they just not accepting of your child. They just not. So at that point, I ain't got nothing for you but a bye or goodbye. Or goodbye. See you. Hopefully the comments are still working, y'all. I don't know. Sometimes the Wi-Fi screws the lives up. So y'all let me know if y'all are still here. Somebody make a comment. The last comment I see is Sharice. So I need to see another comment before we go any further to make sure that we are still here. So I need somebody to comment after Sharice. Angie said, hey, Dior. Yeah, I know Toya said the live was going in and out. Y'all know when I pull up here by the house, for some reason, the Wi-Fi acts goes crazy. It goes crazy. Not just on this platform, but on others as well. I'm gonna read Tanya's card. I don't think she mind if I read it. Um, this is the card that Tanya sent, and this is the one that Linda C sent. I didn't show it to you all. I just read it. But this is the card that Linda C sent. This is the card that Linda C sent. This is the one she sent. I'm just trying to wait to see if the comments are working. That's all. And then this is the one that Tanya sent. It says, I wish I knew what to say. I'm not sure I can imagine anything harder than what you're going through right now. And I know telling you that things will get better won't take your pain away. So here's what I can say. I'm thinking of you. I'm grieving with you. And I'm here for you no matter what. Wishing you peace and comfort. Love you, Auntie E, from your cyber niece, Tanya. Thank you, Tanya. Thank you so much, Tanya. Hopefully you'll go back and watch the replay and you'll see that I did receive and read your card. Read your card. Thank you all. Thank you all so much. I don't think the comments working, y'all. I don't think they working. I don't think they working, y'all. I don't think the comments are working. I don't think they working. No. Oh no. Let me know if you all are commenting. Somebody text me real quick and let me know if you are commenting. The last comment, like I said, the last comment that I see is Sharice. That's it. Oh, I hope it's working. Come on now. We don't want to mess our live up. We don't want our live to be messed up. We were having a great conversation. I don't see, but I don't see no comments. I don't see no comments, y'all. I don't. I don't see any comments. I see y'all saying y'all commenting, but I don't see none. I don't see any. All right, so I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna end this with this live and come back. Okay, I'm gonna end this one and come back just because I don't see the comments and you all are commenting. So I'm gonna end this one and come back and y'all can make y'all comments. Okay. All right. That's what we're gonna do.